Hey guys, say hi if you're staying. How do you deal with loneliness after a month since a breakup? Love the new hairstyle, thank you. Okay, how do you deal with loneliness after a breakup? So, loneliness basically happens when there's too much time on your hands, right? So, you're not preoccupied, you're not excited about anything, and so you're just kind of like sitting in limbo. And in combination with not having enough of a social circle, not having those people around you that you reach out to, or maybe you do have people you reach out to, but you don't want to reach out to them because you're one of those people that when I feel low, I don't talk to other people because I don't want to feel like a burden to other people. And if that's the case, that last one, I want you to get out of that mindset because your friends are there to be your friends. If they're not there to be your friend when you need a friend, they're not good friends. You need new friends. So if you have people, reach out to them, schedule a phone call. So if you have people, reach out to them, schedule a phone call, get the voice in your head, get some kind of more intimate contact than just a text message that really doesn't say anything about anything. If you don't have people in your life, it's time to start creating that social circle. And the way you do that is by offering of yourself. Volunteering, time to start creating that social circle. And the way you do that is by offering of yourself. Volunteering is a great way to meet other people. So what are you interested in? I know it's not like you're going to go into places and be with people for the most part because COVID is kind of limiting that. But find a way to reach out to people, reach out to organizations that do things that you appreciate, that line up with your core values, and talk to somebody and say, how can I help? Because when you take this lonely energy and you channel it into giving, now you start to feel more fulfilled, and this takes the edge off the loneliness. If you are having trouble getting over a breakup too, I would highly suggest you read Come Back Queen. This is the book that helps you put your heart back together. How to deal with being in love with a guy that's in the ending phase with his toxic girlfriend. I would cut it off. I would cut it off. He's overlapping, right? If he's entertaining a relationship with somebody while being in a relationship, right? If you're in love with him, it's because he's communicating with you enough. He's communicating with you enough, but he's got a girlfriend, so he's overlapping, right? And I would not be in a relationship with somebody who overlaps like that, because this is essentially cheating. And is she toxic because he says she's toxic? Or is she toxic because you know her? Are you in their inner circle? Do you see the things that are happening? So just know, regardless of what it is, if it's really, it is her, he is cheating because he hasn't ended it. And if he's going to cheat with you, he's also likely to cheat on you. I can't break up with anybody. It's like, even when I know the relationship is over. If you need help with that, if you need help becoming empowered, if you need help being strong so that you can do what you know is best for you, I really highly suggest you get coaching. There isn't a quickie answer I can give you on a live that is going to help you. There are mind-changing things you need to understand and start live that is going to help you. There are mind-changing things you need to understand and start doing in order to gain the power you need. Mind-changing things you need to understand and start doing in order to gain the power you need to move yourself to the next level. Hello, love. Is it bad to ask my boyfriend to change something about his actions often and he never complains? I love your TikTok, thank you. Is it bad to ask? It's not. No. Like, I mean, if, my husband likes scaring me, right? He likes scaring me. I let him do it because I like seeing him laugh. And when he scares me, he laughs. And I mean, like, laughs. Like, this is the funniest thing in the entire world. And my gift to him is letting him use me in order to get that belly laugh, that gut laughter, right? So now, if I didn't like it, if I didn't like anything about it, if I wasn't okay with him laughing at my expense, then I would say to him, I don't like it when you do this. So it is okay to ask somebody to change something that you don't like. Why, thank you, my love. Advice for long distance relationships. Make sure you are not fighting, because it's so hard to make up when you're long distance. So whatever you need to do to make sure you're not fighting, make sure you've chosen a good partner, right? A loyal and devoted partner, somebody trustworthy, so that you don't have insecurities. Make sure you're using functional relationship tools. So if you need to, dive in to fix that shit, and make sure you don't get into fights. Also, make sure you have your reunification plan. If you're long distance with no plan to come back, like, that's up in the air because you never discussed it, get your plan. How can you deal with friends who don't even get happy when you are having achievements? See, you quoted friends, right? Because even that's not a friend. So they're not friends. So how do you deal with people in your life? Let's not call them friends because they're not. How do you deal with people in your life who aren't happy for you when you achieve things in your life? You simply not have them in your life. You don't need to share things with them. You don't need to talk to them. They don't need to be there. They are not your friend. A friend is someone who is there for you. Friend is a verb. Love is a verb. If your friends are not actual friends, they don't need to be in your life, because it's just a disappointing relationship, isn't it? And I understand this. Like, my mom is a disappointing relationship. When I called her to let her know I got accepted into university, she changed the subject. My husband is the best thing that's ever happened to me. He is amazing. My life has evolved greatly. Who I am has evolved greatly as a result of this relationship, as tough as it was sometimes. And my mom said to me, you don't deserve him. So she doesn't appreciate when I advance. And so I cut her off, because I don't need somebody like that in my life. I don't need someone who is not supportive. I don't need someone who brings me down in moments when I'm on my way up. So you don't need those people. And here's a follow-up answer to a question that you may be asking yourself. How do I cut them out of my life? This is how you think about this. Ask yourself this question. If they decided to no longer talk to me, how would they let me know? Would they call me and say, I've been doing some thinking and I really feel like it's in my best interest to no longer have you in my life, and I just kind of want to move on without you? Would they send you an email? Would they send you a text message? Or would they just ghost you? You are free to do it any way you want. I would highly take it under consideration how you think they would do it, and do it that same way. So if you think they would just ghost you, you can simply stop talking to them. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 3 years. Do you have any tips for keeping things interesting? Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I know my fans are hearing what I'm going to say right now. So what you are going to do, my love, is you're going to start making out twice a day. A makeout is a kiss that lasts a minimum of 5 seconds. If you don't know when those twice a day should be, do it at the goodbye, do it at the hello. Most days there is one of each when one of you goes off to work. So if he's leaving before you, when he's got his shoes on and he's on his way out the door, say, wait a minute, baby. Run up to him, put your arms around him, plant a kiss on him. Keep it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minimum 5 seconds. If he wants to hold it longer, baby girl, take it. If you want to hold it longer, hold it for as long as he'll take it. Look him in the eyes, say, I love you, baby. big smile on your face, because the smile on your face releases dopamine in his brain, and then off he goes. Now what you've just done is you've created an aphrodisiac, so it gives you a little bit of a zing towards each other. It's also an antidepressant, which means lingering good feelings after you've left that kiss. Do this twice a day. When he comes home or when you come home, run up to him. Hey, baby. Plant a kiss. So this makeout doesn't have to have tongue, right? Like my husband make out like this all the time. All the time, guys. I'm not joking. At least twice a day we do this. There's no tongue. It's just, and we just hold it. There may be like a little bit of the lip movement, right? A little kissiness going on, but it's so great. It creates more bonding in your relationship. It creates more closeness in your relationship. It creates more intimacy in your relationship. You are treating your partner in a way that is unlike how you treat anybody else. So you always maintain this partner dynamic, this romantic dynamic to your relationship. Because if you don't, then you start feeling like roommates. You start feeling like co-workers if you're parenting. So add this daily zing to your relationship, and you will maintain a daily romantic sensation to your relationship. How would you deal with someone who overthinks? If my husband was an overthinker and he was vomiting, like, listen, you can overthink all you want, but if it's vomiting into your behavior and you are creating uncomfortable moments in our relationship because you're going off in your imagination and then pulling that into reality, that's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to our relationship. So if my partner was the overthinking, I would say, you need to do something about this. You need to start meditating so that you can calm your mind. You need to be aware of your behaviors so that you can not vomit into the relationship. You are responsible for your emotions and your behaviors. Your partner is responsible for their emotions and their behaviors. By the way, Fix That Shit really helps address overthinking, you guys. I saw somebody get muted, but I don't know who was that. Is age a deterrent to love relationships? No. As long as the youngest is there it is. As long as the youngest is minimum 25, I don't care what the age difference is. It really doesn't matter. Thank you for muting, you guys. Thank you for muting. My lovely moderators. Thank you, my loves. Heartbroken. Boyfriend told me he loved me, but a friend found him on dating apps. Ooh, okay. Get no more assholes. Get no more assholes. This is going to help you move past the pain. Perspective does amazing things for healing, right? So, get no more assholes. Get no more assholes. This is going to help you move past the pain. Perspective does amazing things for healing, right? So, move past the pain. Perspective does amazing things for healing, right? So, we kind of gloss over the negatives in a person in order to feel better about being with them. And so that's kind of what can hurt most, when you realize that the negatives in a person in order to feel better about being with them. And so that's kind of what can hurt most, when you realize that you were in the wrong relationship, is, oh, but there was so much good about them. When you get black and white about what makes a good man and what makes a selfish man, which I lay out in No More Assholes, with the 12 character traits, then you start going, oh, you know what? I think maybe it's a good thing that this relationship isn't going on anymore. And you see how that switch from sadness to like, okay, you know what? I'm okay. And that's where you want to get to. So perspective is really super important. So I would really suggest you dive into No More Assholes so that you understand what a generous long-term thinker is, what you should have been with in the first place, to really get you to move past that pain. Definitely gonna purchase your book. See, my love. Guys, make sure your question is all in one box, because when it's fractured, I can't keep track of it because sometimes this stuff moves by really fast. Look at all the people on here. Hello, my loves. Who wants a notification when I go live? Say I do. Say I do in the chat. So those of you who want a notification when I go live, what you're going to do is see my little picture up here. Press the picture once or twice. You're going to see a pop-up. In the pop-up, there's a bell. Click on the bell. When you did that, say I do. Or say I just did. Sorry. Is it okay to message someone you were intimate with even though your partner is not okay with it? So here's the thing. Why do you want to message them, right? What is the point of reaching out and bringing them back in your life? Why do you want to do this? This isn't a friendship that you had before you got with your partner. So what is your intent in pulling this person back in? Do you need attention? Are you a little bit starved for attention, and you remember how this person gave you attention and you liked it, so you want to pull it back in? So in essence, are you seeking an ego stroke? Is there something that you're doing that they can contribute to in a vital way? Like, I'm starting a business, I need background music for my business, I know this person makes the kind of music that I like, so I want to tap them up to like say, hey, come make some music for my business. So I mean by something vital. If this isn't a friend that you had before you started your relationship, then it's suspect, right? Like, why do you now need them? So obviously somebody is not going to like it because they're going to think that you're doing it because you want their attention for no other reason than you want their attention. And listen, I'm in a relationship. If my husband says I want to reach out to an old flame of mine, I'd be like, why? What is the reason? Why are you suddenly missing this person? Why do you suddenly feel like you need them back in your life? So I would have an honest discussion if this is something you truly want to pursue, but start that honest discussion with the person in the mirror and ask yourself what your intentions are. And if it's simply to get attention from that person, I don't think that's fair to your relationship. I always pass by your lives, and I don't care if you mute me. You're incredible. Jesus Christ, man. Well, so I blocked him because you're not here to learn anything, right? So this is what he just said. I always pass by your lives. I don't care if you mute me. You're incredibly hot. Sorry, not sorry. I blocked him. You're not here to learn anything. The only purpose was, to let me know I'm hot. Well, I'm not here for your entertainment in that way. I dress up for my people because my people like it. But I am married. I'm very devoted. I don't need some guy's attention. And sorry, goodbye. College wasn't leftover. What? Complete questions, please. Beautiful top. Thank you. Let me see. Poor guy. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave. Know your audience. Know your audience. Even when it comes to compliments. Even when it comes to compliments. Know your audience. People will ask me, I'm going to meet my partner's parents or going to meet my partner's friends. Do you have any advice? And my advice is to go into this like you're walking into the lion's den, which means if you're walking into a den of lions, are you going to charge right in and just start confronting people? No. You treading, which means if you're walking into a den of lions, are you going to charge right in and just start confronting people? No. You tread in carefully. You walk softly, you walk carefully, you let people assess you, right? You let people assess you and get used to you and know your audience, know who you can talk to in what way. I warn people on here, if you're going to come on here and hit on me, I boot you off because that's not what I'm here for. Do we tell the truth when we fight with words? So here's the thing, don't fight, right? Don't fight. Don't fight. Relax your emotions. Have the conversation in your mind first because you know your partner well enough to know what they're going to say when you say this. So have the conversation in your mind first. Ask yourself, is this a problem without, am I about to present a problem without a solution, and a solution that doesn't include me if I'm presenting a solution? In other words, you need to change, you need to fix this. It's all on you and I bear no responsibility to what is going on at all. Which, come on, we are in this together. We are in this together. If there's conflict in a relationship, you bear some responsibility. If there's conflict in a relationship because you say, I don't like you liking and commenting on Instagram model pictures, and that's the conflict, the responsibility is the fact that you chose a guy who's fighting on you when it comes to this. I want to do this. You shouldn't be so jealous. You're just crazy. No, my love. You bear the responsibility of staying with somebody who's choosing to seek the attention of other women. So in every piece of conflict in your relationship, you do have some responsibility. Did they come at you guns blaring, and did you get defensive and yell back in return? That is your responsibility. You did not control your own reaction to how they came at you. The reason, not the reason, but one of the reasons why my husband and I don't fight anymore is because if he comes at me in a loud defensive way, I turn around and walk away. I let us calm down, and then I come back when we are calm. So, I don't even know why I started that. Don't even know. I forgot what the question was. Damn, you guys. Is that a crystal pen? Yes, this is a Swarovski, you guys. I got this for myself after my first big gig. Is that a crystal pen? Yes, this is a Swarovski, you guys. I got this for myself after my first big gig. This is my gift to me after my first gig. Husband can't disappoint parents by moving out. How do I make him move without being the bad guy? Unfortunately, you married somebody who was living with their parents. Unfortunately, you married somebody who was living with their parents. What are you gonna do, right? Like, you can't change people. You need to choose a partner that is compatible with you. If you didn't want to marry somebody who was unwilling to move out of their parents' home with you, if you didn't want to marry somebody who was unwilling to move out of their parents' home, why did you, right? Why did you? You married somebody who was unwilling to move out of their parents' home. You marry somebody who was unwilling to move out of their parents' home. The only conversation you can have about this is, I've done some thinking and I realize I don't want to be with somebody who is unwilling to move out of their parents' home. And if you are unwilling to do this, this is not the relationship for me and I will need to leave. Always got to keep composure. Wherever I go, there I am. Yes, absolutely. Baby, you're like lightning, always make sure, you guys, you get in a relationship with somebody who is compatible with what you want in life, right? There's so many compatibilities you need to consider. There's a compatibility about personality. Do they make you laugh more than anybody else? There's compatibility in evolution. Are they people who are willing to look at themselves and grow as well? There's compatibility in life goals. There's compatibility in timelines with those goals. Not just, do you want to get married one day? When do you see yourself getting married? Compatibility in work ethic. Compatibility in financial responsibility. There's so many things you need to assess before even kissing somebody. Because if we don't assess all this stuff, we end up in relationships with people that we then realize are not who we want to be with. And then you're asking me this question: how do I get them to change? So let's think about who we're going to get in a relationship with before we get into a relationship, because otherwise we end up in this situation where we have to say to them, this is not what I want. And if this doesn't change, I will have to go. That's one of your options. That's one of your options. The other option is to accept the situation that you now find yourself in. The other option is to accept the situation that you now find yourself in. Find some way to find peace of mind. If you need help with that, come get a coaching session. We can help you find your peace of mind. After months of trying, I got out of a narcissistic relationship. I'm struggling. Advice? Yes, my love. So come get some coaching sessions. Come get some coaching sessions because you need tools. Does distance play a role in the 3-month rule? Like doing it long distance, or doing it long distance? What do you mean distance? If you guys are long distance, you need to get that boyfriend attention. If you're not getting boyfriend attention, you're not going to be like, meet somebody long distance, text every few days, barely ever do a FaceTime call. So basically you're not even dating virtually, and then meet them face to face and make out with them. Like, you don't know them. You didn't meet their friends. You didn't meet their family. You have no proof about their life. Like, there's nothing to back up what they say is actually true. So don't kiss somebody you don't know. I've only cared about personality compatibility, and it's burned me so many times. Choosing a long-term partner is a practical decision because it affects so many practical areas of your life. Of course you want somebody that you find attractive. Of course you want somebody that you have, because it affects so many practical areas of your life. Of course you want somebody that you find attractive. Of course you want somebody that you have sexual compatibility with. But that's not the only thing that your life revolves around. So you do have to consider somebody that you have sexual compatibility with. But that's not the only thing that your life revolves around. So you do have to consider all the different points that make up your life and affect your life, like financial responsibility. You can't build a life with somebody who is financially irresponsible. So you need to look for the clues that they are financially responsible before you kiss them. Independence, right? Look for the clues to independence before you kiss them. Devotion. Look for the clues for devotion before you kiss them. I'm not sure if I'll find love. If you want help with that, I do suggest a coaching session, because we need to work on your mentality. We need to work on your dating method. We need to work on what you think you deserve so that you expand your mind, because this mindset is very small. I don't know Jack Minhoff. I've heard that name though. How to deal with a controlling mother-in-law? Controlling who? Controlling who? She doesn't get to control you. She doesn't get to control your finances. She doesn't get to control your household. She doesn't get to control your husband. And if she's doing all of that and he's letting her do that, he's the problem, not her. Because he needs to do the protect, profess, and provide. And what he's not doing is protecting his relationship from people who would seek to have a negative impact on it. So he needs to talk to his mother-in-law and set the boundaries that protect your relationship from her influence. And if he refuses to do that, this is not the man for you, because this is not a man. A man does protect, profess, provide. It is a three-legged stool. If you take one of the legs away, you can't sit on the stool. So if he's not doing the protecting part, he's the one who got to go. Knowing my partner cheated on his last relationship makes me kind of not trusting towards him. Yeah. What was the reason for him cheating? Baby, I'm just tired. Thank you. Bringing awesomeness. Yay. How do I reach out to get a coaching session? Yes, I think that's super easy. So anybody who wants to get a coaching session, there is a button in the link tree in my bio that says one-on-one. So go ahead and click that. It takes you to a page where there are instructions to follow to book yourself in for a session. So go ahead and choose the session type you want. Book yourself in. Easy breezy, done. My boyfriend wouldn't apologize after he did something I told him not to because he thought it was funny. Tip. My boyfriend wouldn't apologize after he did something I told him not to because he thought it was funny. Tips. So I'm seeing this quite a bit lately, which is guys who think something is funny. Guys who think something is funny when in fact it's not. Guys who think something is funny when in fact it's not. I'd have to find out what that is, my love. Like, I'd really need to find out what that is. There we go. Does the 3 months start at the first conversation or first meet? It is when they show up, because texting, so easy. I can do that in line. Like, you are such a convenient time filler if all I'm doing is texting you and not making any time to show up for you. Now with COVID, virtual dates count because it's still setting time aside for you, right? It's still showing up for you. So physical date, virtual date, that's when it starts the calendar for the 3 month no kissing rule. What's a normal amount of volume? Oh, it all depends. It all depends. Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
I saw the name of your account was the dating coach. I need some dating advice.
Ask me your question.
Okay, I have a few.
Okay.
Because I can't seem to find anyone that wants to like stick around.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm the problem or not.
Okay. So, what do you think might be the problem?
I don't know. I think I just have like a bad picker and I pick bad people.
Ah, that could well be. So, are you online?
Yeah.
Do you reply to guys who say, "Hey, how are you? Hey, beautiful. Hey, how's your day?"
Yes.
That's the problem.
I shouldn't.
You are, that's the problem. You are replying to guys who are fishing for nothing but easiness. So what they're doing is like, hey, how are you? That's a copy and paste. If what they're saying to you is absolutely generic and has zero relevance to anything you've said about yourself in your profile, they don't give a shit about who you are. They're just looking for somebody who's going to be easy access.
Wow. I just had my mind blown.
Yeah. So if you don't reply to those ones, and I mean, don't even go look at their profile, right? Because if you go look at their profile and they look good, you're going to be like, ooh, I want to check this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Don't even go look at their profile. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. If they come at you with this much effort, a copy and paste, which they can do hundreds of times a day, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, this girl, this girl, this girl. They're just looking at pictures. I don't care who you are, girl, go, 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 girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they come at you with this much effort, that's what you can expect from them. If they read your profile and say, wow, like, I like that you said this about yourself. That's pretty cool. What else should I know? There's some effort there. They actually took some time to find out who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So only reply to those guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I just had my mind blown.
I wrote a book, by the way. It's called No More Assholes.
I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, love. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. I like that. That's so cute. So I'm trying to figure out this whole thing that's going on now with the, that you can get on other people's lives. And I thought the only people who were seeing with the, that you can get on other people's lives. And I thought the only people who were seeing me were people who were with the, that you can get on other people's lives. And I thought the only people who were seeing me were people who were already following me, but it turns out no. So there you go. I don't know why it's recommending certain people, but okay. Oh, she follows me. You heard the lady. Go for personality. Yes. Yes, indeed. And make sure your bio and pick are on point. Indeed, yeah. So it gives them something to talk about for sure, for sure. They never respond. They think I'm too much. That's too funny. That was cute. It was. It was. It was. It was. You guys are digging the top today. You know it's really cute? Oh, you know it's really cute? There's a matching sweater to this. Do you guys want to see it? Like, I will go grab it. If you guys want to see the sweater that goes with this, I'll go grab it. It's still got like the fold lines in it from, being folded and shipped out. But yes, I've never seen you before. That's cute. Okay, listen, guys. If you want a notification when I go live, if you like what I do here when I go live, and you want to get a notification, so my stripper name was Haley. Wondering if I saw you way back then. Maybe. What city? What city do you think I was? What city do you think you saw me in? So, guys, if you want a notification when I go live, click on my picture here. Once or twice, you're going to see a pop-up in the bottom. There's a bell in the pop-up. Click on the bell. When you do that, say, I just did. How did you add that person? She added me. Like, I accepted, right? She sent out a request and I accepted it. Oh, video keeps repeating. Love the shirt. Okay. All right. I'm going to go get it. Hold on. Oh. Hello. Uh-oh. Can somebody say in the comments if the video keeps repeating X out and then come back in? I have some great news for you. I got the top on Le Chateau. I have some fantastic news for you. Vancouver, that's possible. That is quite possible. Very interesting. I would have had long hair then. When did you think you saw me in Vancouver? You said back in the day, which is a good tip. Which is, look at this! Look at this, you guys. Is this not cute? Oh, I love it. Did you say Haley? Yes, I said Haley. Haley Days was, and so in Vancouver, I would have been a showgirl. So showgirls, you always have a first and last name. So Haley Days was my name then. Canadian dating coach. The algorithm is getting too close. That's cute. That's cute. I just did. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, good. Thank you. Love the sweater. Thank you. Nice weave, right? Thank you, Zeeks, for adding that comment for the people. I appreciate that. It's super cute. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I love Le Chateau clothes, you guys. Canada's dating coach would have been in the 90s, possibly early 2000s. Yeah, you probably did. Do you remember the name of the place where you saw me? Where did you buy it? Le Chateau. Yeah. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Guys, we have somebody who saw me back in my heyday. And so I worked in Vancouver. I worked in Athens, great, like Athens. I worked in Manchester, England. I worked in Macau. All kinds of places. Guadalajara. Like some advice on dealing with jealousy. Okay, let's talk about jealousy. So jealousy, you guys. Jealousy is a fear of loss. Jealousy is fear of loss. Fear of loss is something that happens when you realize you are emotionally invested. When we are invested in something, we are afraid of losing it. This is why you get insurance on your car, right? Like if something happens, I want to make sure that I get my investment back. You have insurance on your home. Something happens to my home, I want to make sure I get my investment back. So we become fearful when we have a lot of ourselves invested into something. And this is where jealousy and insecurity comes from. So how do you deal with jealousy and insecurity? First, it starts with who you choose. Who did you choose for a relationship? Did you choose somebody trustworthy? If the answer is, I don't know, you got to do some soul searching. And you got to really figure out who your partner is. Because unless it's a hearty yes, then no wonder you feel insecure. No wonder you feel jealous, right? And so if it's not a hard yes, you need to assess whether or not you should be in this relationship. Did you rush in? Are you with somebody that you don't quite know because you didn't use the no kissing for 3 months dating rule? And now you're seeing that they're liking Instagram models, commenting on their pictures, Snapchatting with girls, hiding their phones, right? Knowledge is power, you guys. When you use the no kissing for 3 months dating rule, you give yourself 3 months to observe somebody's behavior to see if there's anything suspect in what they do, if there's any inconsistencies in their behaviors. Regular visitor, Marble Arch, the Drake, Cecile's. Would have been Cecile's. So, what did you think? If you remember me, what did you think of my shows? Do you remember my outfits? Okay, so if the answer is not a hard yes, when you ask yourself, is my partner trustworthy? Reassess whether or not you should be in this relationship. Paramount, someplace at the foot of the Marine Drive in Granville. Been a very long time. Probably Cecile's, the Hotel Cecile's, right? If the answer is a hearty yes, Now what you need to do is the inner work necessary to overcome these feelings of insecurity and jealousy. So what you're going to do is write a cheat sheet on your partner. This is what your partner says and does to show you that they love you and are devoted to you. Because what is happening in these moments of insecurity is you are forgetting the good stuff and you are swimming in imagination. The antidote to imagination is reality. What is the reality about the person that you're with? What is it about them that makes them trustworthy? Write all of that down so that in those moments where you're with, what is it about them that makes them trustworthy? Write all of that down so that in those moments where you get stuck up in your imagination, you can bring yourself back down you're with. What is it about them that makes them trustworthy? Write all of that down so that in those moments where you get stuck up in your imagination, you can bring yourself back down to reality by going to your cheat sheet. Another thing you need to do is meditate because your amygdala is too big. You must shrink your amygdala so that you can have more control over your emotions by physically reducing your capacity to feel stress, fear, and anxiety. For those of you guys who want to start meditating, I have a button in the link tree in my bio. It says meditation resources. Click on that. Get started with the meditation. All this applies to men too, 100%. Everything I say goes both ways, unless it is specifically a gender specific trait that I'm talking about. It always goes both ways, you guys. So meditation, doing a cheat sheet so that you become more grounded in the moment and get out of your head, because that tends to be the biggest problem if you're with a trustworthy partner but having difficulty trusting them. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm glad Canadians can. You're from Canada, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad that Canada can finally do duels.
Where are you?
Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Winnipeg.
Oh, yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm glad we can get that in Canada now too. I was seeing other people
Yeah.
doing it on
The
TikTok.
U.S. is
I was
supposed to be
like,
getting it. The U.S. is supposed to be getting it soon.
okay. Do you have a question?
No, I just want to chat with you.
Oh, okay. I've got like 60 people online right now, so I'm going to go back to my people, okay?
Okay.
Bye. Baby, you're mine. I just want to say thank you. Your make out every day video literally saved my relationship. You guys make me so happy. Like, okay, my consistent watchers are like, yeah. Because it's just I freak out like this every single time one of you comes on and says you've taken my advice and it's helped you. It's just I freak out like this every single time one of you comes on and says you've taken my advice and it's helped you. This makes me so super happy. Thank you. It's just I freak out like this every single time one of you comes on and says you've taken my advice and it's helped you. This makes me so super happy. Thank you for sharing this, my love. I really super, super appreciate it. I would love it, love it, love it, love it if you went and left a Google review. Like if you took my username, keep it all together like that, put that into Google. It's going to show you the page where you can leave a Google review. Go leave a review on there saying, I found this girl on TikTok. Her video about making out every day literally saved my relationship. Like seriously, just copy paste that onto a Google review. I will be overjoyed. My love language is words of affirmation, and I love hearing this from you, and I love going onto the review boards like Amazon. When you guys leave a review for my books, I cried today. Can I tell you, I bawled. If you guys want to see what made me absolutely lose my shit and bawl my eyes out, and I mean like noisy cry, you guys. Go to Amazon.com, click on Fix That Shit, go to the latest review for Fix That Shit. Woman left a paragraph, and I just cried so hard in gratitude today, you guys, because like it wasn't just hers. Like she wrote so much, but it was like this accumulation of goodness that I get from you guys, and I'm so grateful that you let me help you, and I'm so grateful that you take this love that I give you and you go, let me spread some more around, and then you go and you write a review. and then I read this, and it hits me so hard, you guys, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I live for it. I breathe for it. So thank you. All that to say, thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Claudia. I really appreciate this. I appreciate you. Like, I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys say, thank you for taking the time to come out and help us. And I'm like, you are just so emotionally rewarding. Of course I love doing this. Insight Timer is a wonderful free meditation app. Good advice, my love. Good advice. How do you add people on lives? It gives you like a little figure 8 sort of little icon. Husband is going back to after 8 years. He doesn't want me to come because he said he wants to make sure it's safe. I don't know what GH is, but so much goodness, you guys. I love the goodness. So much goodness, you guys. I love the goodness. I love the goodness. Good for everyone, yes. Absolutely, we'll write a review for you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really feel like it's just like we're just creating so much love, and it's just spreading out. It's spreading out so good. For anybody who's read a book, by the way, please go leave an Amazon review. If you don't want to write anything, just go leave some stars. It really makes a difference for me. Or if you haven't read a book, you watch my lives, you watch my TikToks, and they help you, go leave a Google review. That would be super duper. Baby, you're like lightning in a bottle. You guys are my lightning in a bottle. You really do make me quite happy. Can you guys hear the music? This is super sweet. I will honestly be using all of this for any romantic relationship I have. You are the teacher. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. Oh, it's a hearty yes. Love this. Only 3 years of regaining trust, but I'm still in pain and hurt from 3 years ago. If you, oh, see, you said something dumb and then I blocked you, dude. Silly rabbits. Well, see, now you got yourself blocked, and I can't even unblock you from here. So I'm gonna say, dumbass, you got yourself blocked. Cry laugh emoji. Silly. Guys, you can go get yourself some freebies, by the way. You can go get yourself some freebies. How to get my boyfriend to put in more effort even though I know he is stressed. So do you hear what you're saying? How can I add more to my boyfriend's plate and expect him to like it when he is in a negative part of his life, right? Let me say this again. How do I ask my boyfriend to add more to his plate and expect him to like it even though he's in a negative place in his life? So How do I ask my boyfriend to add more to his plate and expect him to like it even though he's in a negative place in his life? So let's kind of to like it even though he's in a negative place in his life. So let's kind of turn this question around a little bit so that you can get what you want. You have to understand, in order to get him to that place, it does require effort on your part. I know you're saying to yourself, but I'm already making an effort. But if you're not getting what you need, then you need to reassess what you're doing and if what you're doing is generating enough gratitude to get yourself more. Because in order to get more from a man, you need to put him in a state of gratitude. A good man never leaves a feeling of gratitude go unrewarded. If you tell him what to do, you are going to get some pushback. Don't tell me what to do. If you infuse him with gratitude, he goes into the mindset of what can I do for you? And that's where you want to put him. And so you need to create that what can I do for you mindset. And that comes with gratitude. Gratitude happens when they feel like they are understood and they feel like they're being loved and supportive. And they feel like their relationship is a place that is emotionally safe. How do you create all that? You got to dive into fix that shit, my love. You have to dive into fix that shit. You got to create the emotional safety by creating a safe space for him. You have to infuse him with gratitude by understanding what makes him happy. And then you can get what you want from him by tapping into the brownie points that you've created by creating gratitude in him. And maybe the quickest way is to help him deal with his stress. So what is it that's stressing him? What is it that's stressing him? How can you help out with that? What is his love language, by the way? Do you know what it is? If not, do a love language quiz. Start plugging that in on a daily basis. Sometimes I say something my girlfriend doesn't like and she stops talking to me. What should I do? Stop saying the things that she doesn't like. Stop saying the things she doesn't like, right? I understand that the truth hurts, and sometimes we get offended by that, and that's an ego response. You can grab a coffee, fix that shit. You can say, baby, I really want us to go the distance. I want us to have an amazing relationship that feels super magical and where we stay together forever. And I understand that I don't quite know how to relationship. And I understand that you didn't have the best role models either. So there are some things you don't quite know about how to relationship, but understand that you didn't have the best role models either. So there are some things you don't quite know about how to relationship. But if we read this book and we do what is in this book, we have a better chance of having a great relationship that lasts us for the rest of our lives.